good morning.
Hi, good morning, Enzo. Please join me for breakfast at this unbelievably beautiful spot. This spot, which looks so heavenly at the moment, was the epicenter, was the center of slavery, and not Negro slavery, not black Africans, but white European Christian slaves.
White slaves?
White European Christian slaves with blue eyes and blonde hair. And not a few, but millions, literally millions. From here, the ships would depart, the corsairs and the filibustiers would depart, and they would raid the coasts of Italy and Spain and Portugal and France and England and Holland, and they would bring them back. In the Dutch history, of course, we have the famous story of Piet Hein. Piet Hein himself was a privateer, and he, his father, and his uncle were captured, and they were here for 4 years as slaves. Piet Hein himself, he was working rowing at the galleys, and his father and his uncle died from the forced labor. They were much older, and they did not survive. There's a famous appeal in the Parliament in England dated 1672. In 1672, there was an outcry in England because almost a million slaves were here and they were held to ransom. So the families in England were asking the Parliament for money to buy them their freedom, and that did not succeed.
What about the Suriname people in, for example, Holland? They feel very discriminated that they were used to be their parents, their grandparents were slaves.
Well,
But they are not the only
grandparents were
ones.
slaves. Yes, I mean, and also in Europe, the Germans, the Nazis, they sold a lot of us. They sold my father as a slave to IG Farben. This was 1943. So there was a lot of slavery, and there was a lot of state-endorsed slavery.
So slavery is not a monopoly for black people.
Absolutely not. No.
Is there one last thing you want to say about the view?
Well, I can see the right there at the very far horizon. You see that, the horizon there?
Yes.
You see the tall ships of the pirates coming in?
Whoa.
I
Amazing.
can see them. And here in this cove, this was their safe haven. The safe haven was absolutely fantastic, very protected, and they had their houses and their castles right up to very steep cliffs. And this is where they worked. This is where the slaves worked.